Hey everyone, Julio Rodriguez here for Card Player TV, bringing you part 2 of the year in review. We left off with the World Series of Poker main event final table being set in July. The November 9 would have to wait 3 months to play for the $8.9 million first place prize, but plenty of poker was set to go down in the meantime. At the World Poker Tour Legends of Poker at the Bicycle Casino, newcomer Andy Frankenberger burst onto the scene. He won that event and final tabled the WPT Festa Al Lago, eventually finishing 7th on the Player of the Year leaderboard. In September, many players jetted off to London for a number of huge poker festivals. At the World Series of Poker Europe, a few high-profile pros got the bracelet monkey off their back. Phil Laak, fresh off of a horrific ATV accident, was able to take down a 6-max no-limit hold'em event. Gus Hansen also broke through the bracelet barrier when he won the high roller heads-up event.
Now, Gus, it's been said that you are one of the best players not to have a bracelet. How do you feel now that you have one?
Well, now I'm definitely not one of the best players who doesn't have a bracelet because I have one. So, well, obviously I've been trying for a while, so it's very nice to accomplish that. Yeah. So, and obviously I'm happy that that people think that I'm one of the better players who hasn't gotten a bracelet or didn't have a bracelet yet. So now I got one, and yeah, moving up the ladder, and maybe, who knows, next year maybe add a couple of more.
The main event was taken down by UK native James Board for $1.3 million. Around this time stateside, Player of the Year contender Dwight Pilgrim overtook Tom Marchese for the lead when he won the Borgata Poker Open. Back across the pond, Marchese promptly made the EPT London main event final table alongside John Juanda and eventual champion David Van Plu, and soon followed that with a final table at the WPT Foxwoods World Poker Finals. These big finishes allowed Marchese to retake the lead that he held until he was crowned 2010 Player of the Year. In early November, all eyes were once again on Las Vegas as the World Series of Poker final table reconvened. Michael the Grinder Mizrachi went from one of the shorter stacks to owning the chip lead at one point, but eventually busted in 5th place. Three-handed, Joseph Chong played a massive pot with Jonathan Duhamel, 6-bet shoving his ace-7 into pocket queens. The queens held and Duhamel went into heads-up against John Racner with a huge chip advantage. Racner was not able to overcome the deficit, and Jonathan Duhamel was crowned the 2010 World Series of Poker main event champion, taking home the $8.9 million first place prize and the championship bracelet.
It means so much to me. It's a dream going through for me. All my life I've dreamt of that. Now to have the chance to be called a champion, it's so amazing. I don't realize right now what's happening. It's just so crazy, and I'm the happiest guy on the earth right now. It's amazing.
While the World Series of Poker main event played out, Vanessa Subs quietly won $1.8 million for taking down the Partouche Poker Tour main event in Cannes. Subs won roughly $2.8 million in tournaments in 2010, finishing 4th in the Player of the Year race. The first season of the PokerStars North American Poker Tour marched into Los Angeles late in November, and after 700 other players fell, Joe Tehan was the last man standing. In December, a famous face got a big win at Bellagio. Antonio Esfandiari topped a stacked final table on his birthday to win the World Poker Tour 5-Diamond World Poker Classic. It was a non-stop, action-packed 2010 on the tournament circuit, and with the PokerStars Caribbean Adventure and the Aussie Millions looming in January, the pros and card player are ready to hit the road again. See you in 2011.